This came about because I look at, of course, going home and being around the family, and I'm constantly thinking about those traditions that I've had as a child growing up. A lot of those traditions had to change when my eating lifestyle changed. I became vegan. So a lot of that stuff that I used to love and I grew up doing had to change. We had to make a lot of adjustments. And so traditions, a lot of us have traditions that we're used to. We're working on starting our own traditions because we have our own children now. So it's been truly amazing being able to start our traditions, whether it's, the stuff we eat, movie nights, going to church, different things that we do with the children. We're starting these traditions because they are already holding on to that stuff, even playing with them. They hold on to those moments and they remember them forever. Mm-hmm. I remember my moments with my parents, forever. Yo, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? As you see, hey, we trying to build that energy for this session. All right, this is how we build that energy. We putting in the movement, right? Putting in the movement. No matter if we sit down, we gonna get hyped, y'all.
Okay, let's go.
We gotta get hyped. Yeah, it's been like, wow, what a day. My wife, my queen, she was up late last night finishing up a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. So I'm just grateful she is blessing us with her presence, even though she just she on fumes, she ready to pass out and she on that spirit though. She got that spirit of God in her.
Amen.
So so thankful that, she was still willing to bless us and record another session,
Amen.
We usually try to get at least one session in a week at least, and then, it's usually before the release week, we'll try to get it done. So give me time to edit and stuff. But this week, we got the holiday coming up. So we were trying to knock out two because, we're traveling and we just, we want to make sure everything is where it needs to be so we can still do the work God has us to do no matter what. So we here once again, y'all. Once again, we're blessed. And it's truly a blessing for us just to be able to share in this way. And it's only because of God we were led to originally start this podcast. He had to light the fire. And it's just been so beautiful since being able to record. And, I'm just excited, my love. So tell us, you got a wonderful project that you've been working so hard on the last few weeks. I mean, spending a lot of time at night, especially, when the kids are going to bed. She's been working hard, y'all. So tell us what's been going on with Dr. Monique Diltz, y'all. Dr. Monique Diltz. She a doctor, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She a doctor, I ain't a doctor yet, I'm consenting. And you know why I'm consenting? Because my wife a doctor. I'm like, my wife is doctor, so I may need to consider something. Let God lead that,
Amen.
So yes.
But where it's going, it's coming. I'm excited.
It's coming. Hey, let God lead. Amen. But yes, so tell us what you've been working on these last weeks.
Well, God is amazing, and what I've been focusing on is just sharing the message of healing that God has given us. So whatever it is we're doing to, continue to keep my husband's blood sugar looking great, and also blood pressure looking great. Amen. Right? High blood pressure in remission, diabetes in remission. So keeping him in that place, I have been sharing. And so many people have come because of the message, and so many questions too. So how can I help the people that God is sending, right? So this was one of the ways that I could do it. Pretty much put everything that we are using in something that people can look at, like a digital product. So, tackle diabetes and a holistic approach to diabetes remission. That's the first of, I'm sure, many to come, because there's so much healing out there for everything. And I, by God's grace, want to be able to help people as much as I can by putting these tools in their hands. Amen. So that's what God has placed on my heart to do. And the first one was finished on last night. I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m., y'all. Just finalizing everything and making sure things are done. But if you have diabetes and you are just tired of the way you feel, tired of taking medication, tired of your numbers not looking right, your fasting is out of control, your hemoglobin A1C is on the rise, you're just to the point where you're fed up, or even if you're not fed up, you just want to just utilize what God has given us. Well, what has God given us to help this? There's so much. So you definitely want to check out this ebook. It's called Tackle Diabetes, a holistic approach to diabetes remission. And in there, you will understand, first of all, what diabetes is, because many times you have a health condition that you don't understand what it is. Yeah. And many people have questions about that. Like, how do you have something and you don't know what you have, right? So this is going to break it down for you. What is diabetes? What's the difference between type 1 and type 2, gestational? What are the common medications that they use to treat diabetes? It also goes into how to test. So many people don't know how to test, so this will share that. This will also share when to test. All right. We also talk about how to eat. So many of us don't know how to eat. All right. And even when to eat, because if you're eating in a certain eating window and then the rest of the time you are fasting, right, that's actually going to be better for your blood sugar. Which is what you do now. You do you practice intermittent fasting, and the eating window that he has is an 8-hour window. So then the window outside of that, where he is not eating and he is fasting, that's when his body is given a break, and you're not going to see insulin spiking. Why? Because the glucose isn't spiking. So what does that mean? Your body now has a chance to heal and start repairing and utilizing the glucose that is in the bloodstream to go where it needs to go, right? So you're not going to have insulin resistance. You're not going to have blood sugar levels that are out of control when you're doing fasting. Nice. Okay. And I mean, fasting helps with blood pressure too. It does. Oh, it does. Yeah. So I'm just telling you, like, fasting helps with everything. So I'm glad I said blood pressure, because it helps with blood pressure too. So really, if you're ready to just see your numbers improve, and then just not even on top of that, so you know how to test, you know when to test, you know how to eat, you know when to eat. Now you got leaves that you can use, right? There's soursop, there's aloe, there's mango leaves. I mean, then you have herbs you can use. Then you have spices you can use. So, I mean, on top of knowing what you have, knowing how to attack it from just eating, and then now you can use these leaves that God has given us, right? God has let us know that the fruit will be for our food, like the mango. The fruit is for our food, but the mango leaf itself is for our healing, right? This is what it says in the Word of God. There you go. So we got to utilize these things, but we perish because of lack of knowledge. Amen. So that is why God has put on my heart to put everything into this digital product that you can have in your hand. You can put it on your phone, put it on your tablet, so that you can have a guide to put diabetes into remission. That's it.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Give it up for Dr. Monique Diltz. I'm glad she got my last name, y'all. I'm glad. So really? I'm glad she got. I'm blessed. Got my last name right there. Put it on it. Well, I'm so proud of you, my love. I know you've been working so hard, and I mean, just spending time
really
and
wanting to get this out, because now when people come with questions, I can give them that.
Yeah,
because it's so many questions. questions, okay? And, you know, it's just something that people can have in their hands, especially those that are not maybe able to, you know, be clients or that kind of thing. It's kind of like, hey, you can do this. So.
And this ebook has so much great information in it. So much. She let me look through it, and I'm like, wow, this is a blessing. It's a blessing. I wish I had this, you know, back when I was coming through. It's something like that.
There's nothing like this out there.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Blessing. Y'all see the work God has her doing over here.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this is super
just
exciting.
The beginning, just
so how long, so people know, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're working on one of these projects like this, like an ebook, how long does it take you? Like how much time do you see yourself spending? So,
for me, it takes longer because we have 3 young children.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I am working when they are resting. Yeah. So if you don't have children or if you are able to have maybe, you know, someone take care of your children and you have a little bit more time, you can get it done in a couple of weeks maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But for me, I have to space it out and just kind of commit an hour here, commit 2 hours here, commit 3 hours here, or when I'm on a roll and I'm like, I'm getting it done, I will commit like a whole night, you know? So, for me, it takes a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. It took a couple of months, but you can do it in a couple of weeks. There are some who have done it in 24 hours, right? So it all depends on what your topic is. It all depends on how long you want it to be. This one is 68 pages. Nice. So it's pretty extensive. And I wanted to kind of break down everything and put it into like a simple format for people to understand. Because, you know, a lot of times you read stuff and like it's medical jargon and it just kind of goes, you're like, I don't understand this crap. You know, I wanted to break it down and bring it to a level that anybody reading it could understand. Mm-hmm. So that's why it took some time as well. So you can do an ebook in like a week or less. Of course, they got tools now with AI. Yeah. Child, I didn't use AI for this. Okay, this is 100% me. But you can use AI, and that will probably cut your time down. That's probably how you can get it done in 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. Good to know. Well,
yeah, that's the future, right? Yeah. So, yes, thank you so much for allowing me to talk about it.
Get it done, of course. You know, I'm proud of you. You know, of course. All right, so. Well, there you have it. Make sure you support, my queen, Dr. Monique Diltz, with her book. Did you drop where they can get the book from?
Yes, please get it from my website. It's going to be at moniquediltz.com. It's under where all my ebooks are. I plan on putting it like where all of my links are available. I need to put it in my bio, actually. I didn't do that yet, but it will be in my bio on Instagram. It'll also be in my description on my YouTube channel. So it'll be everywhere that you see me. That's where it'll be.
That's awesome.
So, but definitely on my website, moniquediltz.com.
It's amazing. You got your own website, though. That's amazing.
You know who created it for me?
That's amazing. You know,
my husband.
I had to drop that in there. You know, that's amazing. You got your own website. I mean,
if you need a website, you need website design, domain, everything. Put that out there.
That's a lot of work.
Please hit up my husband.
You ain't got to hit me up for that, right? Y'all. Don't hit me up for that. I'm too.
He can do it for you.
I'm busy. Special cases. Okay, special cases. Doing a website, it's a little tedious. But it's fun, though. They make it a lot easier for us. But yeah.
Which, by the way, I need that thing, remember?
Yes, you got to remind me. See, she always got me working, you know. That's what I'm saying. I got you working now. I know we keep each other working. You see how it is, though. It's married couples. Look out for what is marriage and business. We got to do that episode.
Yeah, we do.
So we'll talk more about that. But this episode, it's about traditions. Let's get into it. Thank y'all for putting up with us. You know what I'm saying? For this time, we're going to talk about traditions. It's, the holiday season is here. Mm-hmm. So we got to talk about the traditions. All right. Traditions. This came about because I look at, of course, going home and being around the family. And I'm constantly thinking about those traditions that I've had as a child growing up. A lot of those traditions had to change when my eating lifestyle changed. I became vegan. So a lot of that stuff that I used to love and I grew up doing has to change. We had to make a lot of adjustments. And so traditions, a lot of us have traditions that we're used to. We're working on starting our own traditions because we have our own children now. So it's been truly amazing being able to start our traditions, whether it's, the stuff we eat, movie nights, you know what I'm saying, going to church, different things that we do with the children. We're starting these traditions because they are already holding on to that stuff, even playing with them. They hold on to those moments and they remember them forever. Mm-hmm. I remember my moments with my parents, forever. And so you have some awesome topics for us to talk about when it comes to traditions.
You too?
Yes, ma'am. So what are we going to talk about first? What do you want to talk about first?
Well, we can talk about family traditions during the holidays.
Yes.
So what are some of you want to talk about just Thanksgiving, or you want to talk about Christmas, or you want to talk about everything?
Talk about all traditions, yeah.
Okay.
Talk about,
we're in the holiday time, so hopefully when you hear this, it will still be in that holiday time. Yes. But, so what are some of the holiday traditions, family traditions that you still remember?
Let's see. So usually for, of course, Thanksgiving, we would get together as a family. And we invite family, close friends, whoever is available. So if you need a plate, mom will always do that. Mom and dad is just cooking all of this food, which they still do. And it's some of everything that your palate can take: cakes and pies, all kind of stuff. And so we would come together as a family. Of course, we'll pray and thank God for this time. And then they started doing this probably more so when we all got into adulthood, me and my siblings, where we would actually go around the circle and talk about what we're thankful for. So I thought that was a nice blessing. And so that was something that I always remember and constantly. And it's funny now because now with the different lifestyle of what we're eating now, mom had to, she did some transitions to have vegan options for us at these events now. And she usually, of course, contact to see, okay, what are some things that you all would want? Because, I want to make sure you all are good. And usually she would do that too. So she started kind of getting into some of the vegan stuff the last couple of years because we're all, the whole family is vegan now. And so that was kind of nice, for mom to do that for us. And but it's so funny though, still, seeing, because you're put in those moments, and this is where it get really tough, being vegan, and you're around your family that you've spent years, eating and enjoying this time with them. So you're around them, and of course they're still, enjoying and doing the things the traditions that we're used to doing. Yeah. But now you're coming in and you're a new person, you're a new piece in the midst of all that. So naturally you have to have very strong willpower, because especially when it comes to eating meat, and all the stuff that I grew up on eating, now I'm eating totally different, Now, a lot of things I would, eat, like for instance, if mom made her mac and cheese, it's not vegan, but I would still usually enjoy that, things like that. But when it comes to like the meat and stuff, and her cakes, they're not vegan cakes, so I still enjoy those on the holiday season. But when it comes to, all the other things, like the meat and stuff, I kind of refrain from, because I don't eat meat anymore. So that can be different. I think last year, my dad actually, I was like, Dad, you need any help with anything? He's like, yeah, you can carve the turkey for me off the thing. I'm like, this is like pure hazing right now, Dad. Right. Thanks. And I'm in the kitchen, Monique just looking at me like, wow, like you really like, don't get tempted. Like she probably watching to see if I wasn't gonna grab a piece and put it in my mouth. Right. And that turkey be smelling good. I don't care what we are, it still be smelling good.
I thought about that before asking you to do that.
He don't think about it. My parents are just cruel. It's my dad, really. My mom, she'll at least be like, no, Ron, he doesn't need to do that, but my dad, he just be like, yeah, you can help me carve the turkey for me. Like, thanks, Dad. I don't eat all this. I got all this stuff on my hands. So, but it's crazy, you know what I'm saying, how you think about that. And even as vegan, you know, this was a conversation we had to have where it's kind of like we're vegan now, so we can't be cooking meat, you know, even if we're having a family event. That's something interesting. You have family, you want to be able to serve all your family. Just like my mom, you know, she's like, hey, we want to have some vegan options for you. But the fact is, we don't cook meat anymore. So that would be something which I have to give a applaud out to our wonderful family, brother JR and sister Jazz, because they had a similar situation where they had to have, you know, they had to basically buy one of their mothers a actual turkey. You know, they bought her a turkey so she could still have what she want, but let them know we're not cooking that stuff. Yeah. But we'll buy one that's already made. So that's pretty much probably the approach that I'm sure we will have to go, because we're not trying to cook. Because imagine you're cooking this stuff in your pots, your pans, your grill, things that you don't usually cook that stuff anymore. So you don't want them juices back, because you never know what it triggers, you know.
But then it's like the contamination.
Yeah, it's all over. So that's something to think about, you know, when it comes to traditions. You know, you got to be able to cater to everybody, but still say, hey, we're vegan. If you want some turkey, you're gonna have to bring your own, or we can get you one. We'll buy you one.
Yeah, because my mom, I remember her doing that.
For me.
For you. Yeah. That's when he was still eating meat at the time. Yeah. And then my parents I think they weren't vegan yet, but they were vegetarian. Yeah, but my mom was definitely willing to get him a turkey.
She wanted to make sure I was happy. And good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that was probably the best.
You just do what you can for family. Yeah. But still be true to yourself. Right, because, you know, if they were still true to themselves, they did not. You know, they didn't eat it. It was just, you know, I enjoy it, you know. So, but yeah, and it's amazing now that we're all on the same page. So we'll be able to all indulge in all the vegan options we have, you know. Yeah. And so, but yeah, it's you know, it's tough, but it's kind of, it makes it like worthwhile when you see, of course, the health benefits. Yeah. But then when you also have the support of your family, because it's kind of like, you know, it's new for them too. Like, man, I used to love my chicken. You know, I know my mom probably think that all the time. I used to love my fried chicken. Used to love my red velvet cakes, and still love that. You know, her red velvet cakes. But you know, we're just on a vegan lifestyle, so a lot of that stuff I can't have, especially the vegan cakes. The cakes all the time, you know. But I do enjoy during the holiday season. Because you know, I love my mom's cakes. I love her cooking, you know. But yeah, so it's been, you know, it's been quite a journey trying to transition from those traditions, and then of course now we're creating our own with our children. We're like, even with their school functions, we're either going to hold them home, you know what I'm saying, because they don't eat a lot of stuff, or we sending them to school with their whole plate, you know, with options. And that's the thing with us. It's tough, because I know when we were children coming up, you know, we were able to enjoy, but now we're so in the known of all the stuff that they have out there trying to kill us with all this stuff. But we don't know like what our children are eating, you know, at different functions and even in the schools, you know, like, so we try to make sure they feel like a part of stuff, you know, right. So they don't feel bad, like they can't participate. And we've had to send our oldest. We just recently sent them to school, of course, with their own pizza. That was vegan pizza that we made at home. And then also their own vegan ice cream, like a whole little tub of ice cream, a whole pint. Just so they can feel a part of, you know, this particular party they were having at school. Yep. And he enjoyed. It meant a lot for us to be able to do that. Thank God we were able to. And his amazing teacher made that process a lot smoother for us too, just making sure he was taken care of. But then we have situations where we hold our children home because we don't want them to feel bad, you know, during certain events that they have. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. You just try to do the best you can and just make sure your kids are taken care of and have what they need so they can still enjoy and be a part of. So what about you, my love, when it comes to traditions? Sorry, my cousin.
Oh, I thought you was, I was like, did I say something to get you emotional? No, sorry.
I just been up for a while.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We know.
Towards the end of the day, like my contacts.
It started. Yeah, sorry.
But yes. Well, tradition wise, for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, we always would get together as a family.
Okay.
As well. Of course, immediate, and then whoever is available to come. That's in town.
Yeah.
So we would get together. My mom really enjoyed cooking. At the time when we did eat meat, it was mainly like my godmother that was bringing over like her chicken and her turkey, that kind of thing. I don't think my mom, she didn't really, my mom had kind of steered away from like, eventually from like cooking meat, because then they kind of went full vegetarian.
Yeah.
And that was probably like maybe when I was in middle school, maybe.
Okay.
But I think it might have been earlier, because I remember my mom telling me, she was like, she stopped eating meat when she was pregnant with me.
Oh.
But I think she was still eating fish. Like the Caribbeans, they will say they stop eating meat, but then they're still eating fish.
Yeah.
And baby, you still eating meat. Okay?
Why you putting your people on blast like that, babe? Girl, I know, I've heard you tell somebody that, like, that's still meat, you know.
It is. That's the thing. Like, who was it the other day? She's like, I'm not eating meat, but then they're eating fish, and I'm like,
yeah.
Fish is meat.
That's
like,
meat. That is meat. The last time I checked, right? Somebody has asked me that. It's like, man, you vegan? Do you eat fish? No, that's eating meat. You don't eat fish either? No, that's meat. You know, like, come on, man. She probably was not eating chicken or turkey or beef or anything like that. But they were still eating fish. I do remember that because she loved her escovitch fish. They Segan, baby. They Segan. They eat from the sea. They eat from the sea. I just created a word for it.
I know.
Segan. Don't y'all quote that now. That's just a made up Diltz word, okay? All right. Don't say, hey, Diltz, you got this new word, Segan.
Wait, my stomach.
Oh, man. Sorry, love. You know,
but
I get a good one here and there. You know, I get a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness. But, you know, that's what it was. And I used to love the traditional, the Caribbean black cake. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you introduced me to that.
That's the rum cake. It's so good.
I just love the rum.
I love that they literally soak the fruits in there for a year. Oof. in the rum.
When you making that, babe?
I need to. It's about time.
Yeah,
right?
we got.
I don't know about the rum though.
You don't know about
I'll probably cook.
The kids can't have it. That'll just be for us. That'll just be for us. Y'all see what I'm doing, right? Like, hey, you can't have that cake. They'll be looking at it too. Daddy, mommy, we want that. No,
I'm thinking about it. But what I could do is I could start probably December, January, just soaking the fruits in the rum, and then that would just have to sit there.
Can y'all
be
imagine
like, don't touch that.
Don't touch it, right?
This is for the cake.
Okay.
Then I'll bake.
I'll try my best.
November,
well, so how does it sit that long without
it stays
going
good
bad? Really?
Because the rum preserves it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It preserves it. Yeah.
So if it's doing that in the fruit, what can it do in our body?
It's not the same.
Oh, okay. I'll check it.
It actually breaks our bodies down.
Hold on now. You said what it do with the fruit, right?
Yeah.
So I consider myself a fruit. Okay.
Amen. You are.
All right. Hey. All right. I'm gonna stop, y'all. It's the holiday time, y'all. Okay. I don't always talk like this.
Okay.
You know.
But that's what it was for us, and we just love coming together, enjoying our favorites, and just having that family time together.
Oh yeah.
So that's a lot of the memories that I have. Was just kind of helping my mom in the kitchen and making sure everybody was good for the holiday season. So
I love it.
That was really cool.
So now that you have a husband of your own, you have 3 amazing children. What is your favorite tradition that we have now? More considering Thanksgiving time, since we're in that season.
Just coming together and doing things together, whether it be decorating or doing arts and crafts.
Yeah.
That's always fun and memorable. Now we just started doing, I think we did it last year too, just baking cookies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we also did some baking of patties. And it's good when we have a little station going on. Everybody doing something.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
A lot quicker.
That's fun.
But just doing things together as a family. I think those are the memories. And movie night.
Yeah,
now we're doing movie
epic.
night.
Yeah.
With the homemade cookies and of course the vegan ice cream. So I'm looking forward to more of that.
Yes.
And just more of us coming together as a family. We are going to be visiting. We usually visit family during this time. So whether it's my side of the family or the Diltz side of the family, we always try to. We're somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere.
So we're able to spend time with family definitely during the holiday season. So that's
I love
definitely
it. That's usually my favorite part.
Tradition.
Yeah. Now I have grown in love with our vegan carrot cake. And I was more growing up. Of course, my mom, she knows my favorite is red velvet.
Yes,
but
it is.
My wife, your favorite, I would say, was always carrot cake, right?
Yeah, I
and
love
so
it.
when she did the vegan carrot cake, and it was happened to be the first, we had a cake. We probably did one of Whole Foods vegan cakes or cupcakes. But it was so good and so moist. I was like, this, I think, tastes better than the regular cake, y'all. Y'all, I'm telling you.
For real.
We sleeping on vegan cakes, man.
You,
we transitioned to vegan life through the desserts.
We did.
And that's how it got me, because I got a sweet tooth, if y'all don't know, right? You look at my wife. She look sweet, right? So anyway, we're not going to go there right now. Different topic there, okay?
Really, right?
I know. Got to close my mouth. I get too excited, y'all. Y'all see why, right? I've been smiling the whole session. All right. Anyway, what you said?
I said censorship.
Really? You've been saying some stuff before, okay? All right, I have to keep you down. Gotta tame her, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
I can't tame you. You just too much. Anyway,
You can't, baby.
moving along.
You like it too much.
What? Like, what? Wait a minute. I forgot my thought playing with you.
The carrot cake is you got
the carrot cake.
With
so
the sweetness.
yes, the carrot cake was so freaking good. I was just like,
it's good.
Yo, and we had this cake. God allowed, we talked about this before. God allowed us to have this cake when we were in just a struggling season.
Yep.
Financially stressing, trying to figure out, how we're gonna keep our home.
Godmother passed away.
And Monique's godmother passed away.
Yeah.
It was just a really tough season for us.
Yeah.
And pregnant. Yep, pregnant with Regal, number 3. So it was tough. We went through a lot in this season, but those cakes always made us smile. They made us happy. We just fell in love with vegan cakes through that season.
Had the cake.
Yeah, make you wonder, right?
Yeah.
You had a sweet tooth then.
Yeah.
Right? But don't sleep on the vegan cakes, I'm telling you. I personally, you hear it from me, and I still dabble. I still eat cakes, whether they vegan or not, sometimes, not all the time. And my wife looking at me, I got to be careful, right? Can't be telling my secrets. But anyway, during the holiday time, we talked about that, right? During the holiday time. But I must admit, it's nothing like a vegan cake. And I'm just like, if the cakes are tasting as good, and I don't have the cookies and all that, the cakes are tasting as good. I'm like, I can do this. The sweets tasting as good. Sign me up.
It's the moisture, because a lot of times with the cakes that use the eggs and the milk, the cake itself is a little bit drier.
Yeah, it is.
So if you like more of a drier cake, okay, that's great. But if you like a cake that is moist and it's rich and just that texture,
it melts
right?
in your mouth. You'll be like,
yes, it's just, you put it in and it's just, it just melts. It has that texture, it has that moisture, it has that richness. It's because we're using one of the plant milks. You can use either almond milk, you can use soy milk, you can use oat milk. You can also do the flax egg, which is pretty much flaxseed. and you put it in hot water and let it sit, and then you kind of see it has that little gloopiness. Or you can use applesauce. Okay,
yeah, applesauce make
works
a difference.
amazing in the cakes, and it gives it so much moisture and flavor. Oh my goodness, it's so great. So those are some of the things that keep the cake, a little bit having more moisture when you cut into it. It's so good.
I'm telling y'all, if you out at the store, and it's your time, you want to get yourself a little treat, see if they have a vegan option and just give it a try. You know what I'm saying? I've had one of my great friends from college hit me up. They have been considering too with their health. It's like, man, I have a sweet tooth. So I don't know if I'm going to be, I've been thinking about it, but I'm like, bro, try vegan. So try some vegan sweets. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying you have to go make your own. Try some, Whole Foods usually have a nice section of them. I don't know if Sprouts do like that, but I'm sure they have some options over there. Actually, yeah, Sprouts do have the cookies. I know for sure. I don't know if they have the cakes, but they have the vegan options for the cookies and different desserts like that. So just try it. You'll be surprised. You're going to be like, I'm not really missing nothing. And I like the desserts better vegan now. That's just how I am. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's a new tradition.
Now I got to do the vegan cinnamon rolls, y'all.
Why you going to do that right now? Why you gonna do that right now? We still. That's gonna be epic. I'm ready for that. We still gotta try to get this vegan red velvet cake down. So
it's just the color, because I got the cake down.
Yeah,
it's just the color, because I don't like to use the red 40.
Tell us why, because a lot of us don't know about that.
Oh, that's another thing. Oh, I did not do that this year. I feel like it's too late now, because everybody probably done bought their turkey. But I meant to put out there, if you are eating meat, right? If you are, because we have friends that are still eating meat. If you are eating meat, and family still eating meat, if you are eating meat, please get either turkey, ham, whatever it is you're eating. Please make sure the preservatives are nitrate free, because a lot of times it'll have the nitrates, and those are carcinogens. I learned this in pharmacy school. My first year of pharmacy school, I remember being in that class, learning that the lunch, and I was eating meat at the time, so I learned to look at lunch meat or meat that you get from the deli that doesn't have nitrates. And I was doing that from that time, because the nitrates have been clinically proven to cause cancer.
Wow.
They cause cancer. So this is how they are able to preserve the animal and have it last for several months in the packaging. So that's why they use these things. But there are other things that they use. I think they use more of a potassium base, maybe more of a calcium base in some of them. But the nitrates, those are the ones that you want to stay away from because those are carcinogens. Wow. So I hope it's not too late. It's probably going to be too late when you hear this. Yeah. But if you can prepare even for next year, or if you are getting boar's head or whatever type of deli meat there is out there from the deli, Publix deli.
We love boar's head. That's why we said that.
It was boar's head back in the day, right? Yeah. So
boar's head.
Get it without where it's nitrate free.
Yeah.
All right. Just ask them if you can even look at the packaging. I used to ask, or I would look, through that little glass that they have, and just look at the package and look at the ingredients there, and just make sure that there were no nitrates in there. If you're getting a smoked meat that is packaged, carcinogens all the way.
Wow.
All right. So those are just some of the things you want to look for. Dyes. Same thing. Dyes are endocrine disruptors, meaning that they disrupt hormones, especially for women. They also affect brain cells. They promote so many different neurological pathways in the body. So I'm talking about ADHD, Alzheimer's. Like there's been so many studies that show the effect of dyes, especially when consumed in large amounts over a length of time. So of course, if you're doing some like once a year, or like you're gonna have your red velvet cake or blue velvet or green velvet like once a year, your body is very good at eliminating toxins, right? But let's say you're doing like a red velvet cake like once a week or even once a month, even like you're giving you're making your body work to eliminate these things, right? So the less you do that, the better. Yeah. So you want to just try your best to eliminate all the food dyes, because unfortunately they are very toxic to the body. We're talking about the blues, all of them, the yellows, the reds, the greens. Every single one of them cause problems, but especially the red. The red has been shown to have like some really high toxicity levels, especially in children. So look at their candy, look at the even chips, because we saw it in chips one time. We're like, why is the dye in chips? That doesn't make any sense. So you want to get things that are dye free. As much as possible. So that's why when we're making the cake, I don't want to use the red dye because I know it's not good, right? So I'm looking for alternatives. So I tried to use beets. I think I tried to use something else, but the color was just not coming out red. Okay, it was coming like brown.
Tastes good.
So the cake was good. But the color was not there.
I called it the brown velvet.
Right.
It was good. It was a brown velvet.
So I'm going to try.
Well, we can always do another brown velvet, baby.
Okay.
Okay, I'll eat that cake.
Oh, my
Still
goodness.
the same.
You just want me to make cake, yo.
Yeah.
But they did have some plant-based red dye. I think it was made from radishes. So I'm gonna try it.
Did we try that one yet? Okay, I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna try it. But I said if worst comes to worst, I'll do the blue or even the green velvet because I know the blue spirulina. Child, you're gonna get a blue cake, and then also the green spirulina.
Let's do the green velvet. You're gonna get
a green. You're gonna get a green.
Let's
cake.
do a green velvet then. So, we'll do a green velvet for Christmas. I love that. So so that's amazing though. But this is stuff that we don't know. So I do want to still tell, if you have time, still put that promotion, that video out. Talking
turkey?
About that. Well, just I
meant to, because the thing is too, we were in the store. I should have gone by the turkey department.
You did it last year, I think.
Hold it up.
So I think you should do that.
Totally.
And then I'm gonna give you another opportunity here. See, this is what we do.
No, this is great.
This is what we do. This is great for traditions. I'm loving this topic. Let's come up with a book, an ebook that is pretty much the don'ts for the holidays or something like that. Like don't eat, and then it could be an ebook of things that we should stay away from. You know what I'm saying? For the holidays. I love it. Which I think that would be great. I think that would be a great opportunity for us to learn more about that, because a lot of us don't know this stuff, and it's all on the internet. But who researching the internet? This one does. she's sitting here for us, y'all. She definitely sitting here for me, I'm gonna tell you. So she's opening my mind up to a lot of this stuff, because I mean, shoot, I used to just go to the store. I ain't looking at labels. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. But my wife, she looks at the labels. Let's talk about this too. This funny situation that happened. I had went to the store, right? I was just like, man, I'm hungry. The kids don't use up all my money, so I ain't got nothing to get myself no snacks. So I just said, I'm just gonna buy a bag of chips. It's cheaper than the ones that I usually would buy. That have the best ingredients.
But you knew to look at the label. Though.
I knew to look at the label, but I didn't care. Okay, for this situation, I just want some chips. You know what I'm saying? This is what I have. I can afford these. So I get the chips, right? So I'm in the car. I'm like, my wife gonna talk noise about it. I'm gonna eat me some chips. So I was just eating them, taking the kid home, trying to get as many in before I got home to see her. And Lord behold, my stomach just feel a little different because I hadn't had these chips in a while, right? I've been eating chips, with avocado oil, made with avocado oil and the good stuff, right? The good oil. These chips were made with like the canola oil. Y'all gotta do your research about canola oil now. All right. If you ain't had canola oil in a while, it's gonna tear your stomach up, y'all.
Yes, it will. So that's why it's called rapeseed.
Man, so I'm eating these chips.
That's what it's called. But we say canola because it makes it sound much better.
So I get home, I'm like, man, I don't think I need to eat any more of these. And so don't wrap the bag. But I said, I'm going to keep them in the pantry just in case my wife don't went in there. She don't saw the chips. She be looking too, like, what he done bought? And then she don't saw the chips. I call myself trying to hide the chips in my section. And she don't saw them. And then she don't went on the bag of the chips and got a mark and circled all the bad ingredients on it. And so I come in the kitchen. I'm like, wait a minute. What's that on the bag of the chips? I don't remember that being on there. As I put the chips out and she don't circle all the bad ingredients. I'm like, babe, really? And then she over there rolling her eyes at me. You know you ain't supposed to buy them chips. So I felt bad, y'all. She was going to save them in for a video.
Tell your husband he got the wrong snacks without telling him he got the wrong snacks.
Right. I was like, this one right here, that was a funny story, y'all. I had to share. I told you, y'all. And I'm going to think about it every time I try to buy some chips now.
See, it worked then.
It worked then. Okay. Look at you.
But we have to look at labels. You know, we do. And, even if somebody gives me something and say, hey, I went to the store. I had a cup. I actually bought 2 of these and I didn't need one. You guys want to have it? I'll be like, thank you so much. And I'll still look at the label, The
label bad.
If it's something in there, I would probably tell them as well. Yeah. Not like in a, in a kind way. Just say, hey, just for the future, check out this ingredient because this right here is actually like toxic to the body. So this may not be something that you want to have all the time. You know? Definitely. So the thing is, we're exposed to toxicity every day. We're breathing in toxicity. If you're in air conditioning, you're breathing in toxicity, right? You're not breathing in fresh air. So we're literally like breathing it in every single day, all day, right? But the thing is just lowering your level of toxicity so that your body doesn't have to work as hard, which is why you feel sluggish, you feel tired, you feel drained, because your body is constantly working to eliminate these things. So if you can give it an assist by eliminating certain things that are not the best for your body, you're going to feel better and you're going to last longer, right? It's kind of like giving your car the premium gas, right? That car is gonna last a lot longer because the gas is filtered, right, a little bit more. So that you're pretty much being the filter, right, for your body by eliminating certain toxins and carcinogens that don't belong in there. They're in your food. Hey, I'm not gonna have that because that's a part of that, or I'll have that like once a year or whatever it is around the holidays if you kind of want to enjoy at that point. But hey, I can't do that more than like once or twice for the year and I'm good, So it's just about giving your body that assist. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, speaking of gas, vegan gas don't smell different. Okay? They probably smell worse. Let you know right now. You be shocked.
Beans, yes.
You be shocked like, dang, it smell like I ate something now.
I was going to say, babe, did you have gas right now?
Really?
No, because you wanted to talk about gas. I'm like, you talking about vegan gas. I'm like, wait
no,
a second, did I miss something?
Well, what happened was you talking about, the good gas, what I'm saying? So I was like, that might be the vegan gas. And then it made me start thinking about, never mind. Y'all know my mind be. But anyway, what else on any other topics we have on this?
Well, just eating traditions. I think we spoke about that, the food already. Just kind of like what was traditionally on the plate. Yeah. So we kind of spoke about that. I know during the holiday season, the Caribbeans, they love to have sorrel. They love to have the black cake. They love to have.
What's sorrel? I don't remember sorrel.
Sorrel is like in the family of the hibiscus flowers, and they make a drink out of it. Nice. So
I've had that
maybe
before.
I don't think
With
so.
y'all? Yeah, I remember that one.
So.
Yeah.
So maybe Auntie will probably bring some.
Okay.
So that you can have.
I'm excited.
But I haven't had it in a while myself.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good, and it's pretty simple to make. So maybe I'll go ahead and make.
Look at you. Look at you.
That'll be the tradition. Okay.
That would be the new tradition.
But the rice and peas. So we, just have the traditional favorites, and now that we're vegan. We wanted to do like fried oyster mushrooms, tofu. We're gonna be doing some ooh, those meatballs are delicious.
Yeah.
And they're made from brown rice, I believe. You know, they mean it's staying with a recipe, but it's okay.
Don't talk about it, baby. Don't put them out like that, baby. Oh, shoot.
But it's cool, though. It's really good.
Why are you whispering? We can hear you good, baby. We can see you, too. Don't try to whisper. You always trying to whisper
cool.
on here.
I share my recipes, okay? Because guess what? I want people to have the access to make some really good food that is a different option than meat, okay? But
not everybody think like you, baby. You know.
No, I know some people making money, so
it's okay.
I don't want. It's fine.
We
gonna
figure out,
we gonna turn it up.
So be on the lookout for that. That's
absolutely
what my goal is. There.
Yes, and people need to see more of that. But you know, the tradition is having the turkey on the plate.
Yeah,
right.
And my parents, they used to fry the turkey and the ham. The ham wasn't fried, but
the mac and cheese, the classics.
Talk about it. Yeah.
So we're doing a vegan mac and cheese, which is spectacular.
It's so good.
By the way, it is so creamy. It is so dreamy.
Like, oh yeah.
See, it's all about making the classics vegan and just veganizing it and making it better than the actual. Because think about it, like you're not gonna have the bubbly wobblies, okay? That the milk and the sour cream
and you always have it.
Yeah, and the cheese give you with the traditional mac and cheese. With the vegan, when you veganize it, okay, it's just gonna go down. It's gonna sit on your stomach pretty good. All right.
I'm gonna interject with that. You still gonna have some gas. You might have some gas. I don't care if the cheese is vegan or not. That gas still come, y'all. Oh man, Hey,
but you ain't gonna have no poopily wooblies on the
toilet.
Okay, no poopy.
No bloop. Man, you talking about? Man, now people think about this, babe.
African Americans, okay, 95%, I believe that's the statistic, are lactose intolerant. Many of whom do not know.
We don't know. Yeah.
Many of whom do not know.
Yeah.
So after you eating a dairy product and you just feel your stomach like, or you just having gas. And just having gas all the time after you eating dairy, baby. That's why. Okay.
You know, it's funny. I was just telling Daddy today that you know when I have some dairy.
Yes, absolutely, 100%, because he has gas.
Oh man, okay. That is true. Don't be telling my business now. Okay?
Well, you're lactose.
All right, don't be telling. What you telling all my business right now? Talking about my gas. You know you like it. Anyway.
Shit, I wouldn't even risk it. I wouldn't even risk it. No.
That is so funny. I just stay
away.
You stay away?
Yeah.
Oh man.
If it ain't vegan.
What if we record?
Dead. Huh?
Oh, you talking about? Oh.
I'm talking about just.
Dairy. Yeah. Well, if you don't have dairy in a while, like that's the case here. Like I don't always have dairy, but when I do, if you feel it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even coming off a fast, even with the vegan dairy that they have, you know, the vegan options that we use is not dairy, but you know, the vegan options, I know that's like, it's non-dairy. That's what they say on the boxes. But yeah, I'll be making up stuff. But yeah, but even when you have non-dairy options, if you ain't had it in a while, you're still going to feel it. You're going to feel the funk.
Yeah.
That's the way to put it.
But just making the classics just healthier.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. So I feel like, we still going to throw down Thanksgiving, but it's just going to be in a healthier way. That's all. So we're still going to have the classics, but in terms of like the meat, it will just be the vegan options. Yeah. So
this is my second vegan Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Wow. It just seemed like I've been doing it for a little while. So, of course, it gets easier and easier. And, of course, you get more creative.
Yeah.
You know,
it's going to get better and better because there's some quote-unquote like turkey options that I see people make with like
how you say
potatoes and tofu. I'm like, really? And then rice paper for the skin.
We just got to try it, yeah.
But I would love to try some stuff, you know, and just see.
I would rather us try our own,
When you are cooking this way, the creativity is on a whole nother level. Why? Yeah. Because you have to. How you think my husband vegan, honey? It wasn't because I was giving
see
him
me turn that
salads
lip.
all day.
Yeah,
okay?
I can't do that. I wouldn't be
Best
vegan.
believe it wasn't because he was eating salads. It was because them cakes is good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That mac and cheese is good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Like a big kid.
We've done some vegan lasagna. We've done some vegan spaghetti.
Wait.
Okay,
We did.
It's been a minute. But we did with the walnut.
I was telling you, I want to do that. Yeah.
We've done it. We've done the vegan
walnut
spaghetti.
mince, man, tastes so
amazing.
good.
Okay,
with anything pasta. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yes,
anything pasta.
Amazing.
That walnut, you're not missing nothing. Now
Yes.
the pizza, it's a little different, you know.
It is.
It don't necessarily taste like meat, but it's a good option. But for some reason with spaghetti, or if you say we did a lasagna, I'm sure
we
it's
did.
good too.
It was a wow.
Yeah,
though.
for some reason with the sauce, it just I'm just like I'm not missing anything. So
you know when we had it,
When
we broke the fast at
what?
the top of this year, we made a lasagna with walnut mince.
We broke the fast with lasagna?
Yes.
Oh, I knew that was a gassy day. That cheese.
That's what I wanted for like my birthday.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was good.
I know it was. You wanted for your birthday.
Yeah, we
That's
did
good.
it.
That's awesome. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So we have some really great traditions that
Yes.
we're starting of our
So
own.
you can veganize anything.
And we
really
about to turn it up,
so.
y'all. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited just to see as we move forward, because this is my second year being vegan during the holiday season. That's just amazing.
I'm proud of you. That's
almost
a big deal,
2 years
guys,
in,
for
y'all.
my husband. Like,
I'm saying the brother used to eat
I'm proud
meat
of you.
all the time. He used to
Yeah.
love meat. He used to devour it.
yes,
But now
he has such a strong love for food. So
I do.
the fact that he's vegan, it says a lot.
Yeah.
So
And then I always told you too, like before you even talked me into jumping over the boat, you know what I'm saying, into the ocean in the middle of the sea, not eating the fish and the sharks and stuff, but just in the sea. But I just had found myself, and this is when I was still eating meat. You know, I had my stuff that I would eat for lunch and breakfast and all that stuff and dinner. But I started to find myself getting bored, and I know God was already starting to work in me, because for some reason I was just like, I don't have to have eggs for breakfast. And for some reason I just stopped wanting eggs,
Yeah, I used to have to do his
remember that?
omelet with
Yeah.
eggs and turkey and cheese.
Oh,
So think about it, that's 3 animal products, y'all.
Dang.
And turkey,
Yeah.
egg, and cheese for breakfast. And then
and
you
we
had
call
some
that
fruit.
we call that a healthy breakfast back in the day, right? Oh, yeah,
Right.
look at that. Yeah.
Like, that's just too much animal products in one. And then, of course, people are like, well, it's protein. So many of us don't even know the amount of protein we're supposed to have per day.
Wow.
So that's another thing I discussed in my ebook, by the way.
You just dropping nuggets.
So, it lists the amount of protein you're supposed to have, and then also the amount of fiber. We actually get less fiber than protein when you're supposed to have more fiber than protein.
Yeah.
Why? Because the fiber is going to help everything move along in the body so that you can get out the toxins.
Oof.
So just imagine eating with less fiber. It's trapped here. And that's why we have, the gas, the bloating,
yeah.
the gut, stomach is just sitting here because it can't get out.
Especially during the holiday time. 'Cause
Yeah.
y'all already know your stomach.
Everybody is just kind of,
Stomach is up.
indulging during
Yeah.
this season. We all do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure you're keeping your fiber up so that you're, getting it out of your body. You're putting it in, but you're getting it out.
Yeah.
So that's
I love it.
important.
Yeah, it's very important. I love it. So it's been great just talking about traditions, and we're excited to try some new traditions and hopefully
What about
share.
the kids? What do
share
you
with
want to
all.
pass down to them?
Just everything we've been talking about in this session. Just the good things to eat, and
Our
things
kids
to
are
stay
vegan,
away.
by the way.
Yeah, our kids are
So-
vegan, and that was a conversation. It was a little tough to have at first too for us, because of course I wanted, and that's crazy, right? I wanted to pass down the traditions that I had with my dad. You know what I'm saying? In my family, I wanted to pass that down to our children. So of course, when my wife originally came to me about, I want our children to be vegan, and and our oldest was already, was the only one that had tried and had meat at the time, and it was just like chicken stuff. But it was kind of tough for me to accept that at that moment, and of course, I was just like feeling a certain way because I'm like, wow, I'm not gonna be able to grill with my son or my sons or do those type of things that my dad did with me, But, when I sat and thought about it more and, God revealed to me that my wife was actually had a great point, and I was just like, okay, and for a while it was just her and the children were vegan and I was still eating meat, and so that was different because now we got to buy 2 different types of food, you know what I'm saying? And, with one person working. So just think about that. I was like, this girl want to be vegan now, that's the way I was feeling. I was feeling a certain way, like, now she want to be vegan, you know what I'm saying? I'll be real. I was like, dang, got to buy 2 different butters, got to buy 2 different cheeses. You gotta buy,
I wasn't really doing cheese.
Yeah, you weren't really doing cheese like that then. But that's just, the example of, it was kind of like I had to buy 2 of everything, and a lot of the stuff, the vegan stuff, you couldn't get, at Costco at the time,
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, that was part of our journey. So when I was officially able to transition, it's kind of like we didn't have that problem anymore. You see how God did that? That's like, wow. God made me uncomfortable buying 2 of everything. That's what he was doing, right? Like, yeah, you're going to have to make the transition. And sometimes you're like, man, I'll just hold off on this one and just get the vegan one. It's not too bad, So, but yeah, I felt a certain way about not being able to pass those transitions. But then when we actually had, I thought about it more and I was just like, okay, I'll agree. You're the right one. You know more about this topic than I do. And of course, naturally we're able to still grill, but we grill vegan stuff, we're grilling stuff that will actually be good for the body, and so just a matter of just trying to figure out that line of stuff that we can do, creating our own stuff. And man, I love, my wife always say I love food. I love to eat, but I also enjoy cooking too. I enjoy grilling. I enjoy cooking different things. And so being vegan has actually allowed me to explore more too. And I want to explore more. I just got to find the time, but I've never thought I would be finding myself making cookies from scratch. Now she's introduced me to making pancakes from scratch, and things like that. It's like I never thought I would be doing any of that. And so being vegan has really transitioned my mind. It's like I want something and I want it to taste like this. So let me see if I can figure this out, and so I love that. I love that it's an adventure, and I'm not bored anymore because
your
now
creativity goes on another level.
Yeah. So
when you're making vegan food, for real, I don't know what it is, but maybe because you're forced to make the food taste good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So now you're forced to look outside of a salad. Like, what else can I have, right? And you literally gotta get creative. And once you figure out that, hey, I literally can season this the same way that I would season meat and make it taste the same. Like these beans be tasting okay. Season it the same way you would season meat. Trust me, you will. You will love it.
You'll be surprised.
Okay? Season the mushrooms the same. Whatever it is. Season the tofu the same. Whatever it is, like season it the same way that you would season meat, and that becomes your meat. So whatever it is, it will be easier to transition when you have those familiar flavors and tastes on something else. You'll be like, yo, this tastes the same and it's healthy for me. Oh, let me get it.
I can eat this.
And you can eat more portions of it because now it's not going to run up your blood pressure. Yeah. It's not going to, affect your liver, your kidney, your heart. You're not pumping in all this saturated fat into your body. So, it's a great thing.
Yeah, I love it. Got to.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. It's great. We're starting a lot of new traditions, and I'm super excited to see what else we do because all the food is really amazing. So thank you, my love.
Yes.
Do you have anything
Mom
left?
Suggested that I should start selling juices again.
Oh, that's a whole different story.
I was like, oh, okay.
Whole different story there.
It's definitely a great. I've done it, but I don't know if it's something that I would do it again in terms of like how I was doing it before.
Yeah.
I would have to come up with a different way to do it.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. So,
but I love sharing the recipes though.
Yeah.
So people could do it themselves.
It's great. It's
so
great.
Good.
All right. Any final thoughts before I share the Bible verse?
Even though your family may have traditions, and if you find yourself on a different path than the family tradition, know that that's okay. Mm-hmm. Know that you can be true to yourself, or even better yet, true to the person God has called you to be. Okay? You can be different, right? You can still honor the traditions of your family by being, respectful of the tradition, but then still be who you were called to be in the midst of that tradition. For example, with us, we're not eating any animal products, right? So yes, we honor the tradition that animal products may be used at the function, but we're able to stay true to who God has called us to be, and still now honor our new tradition in the midst of the old tradition.
Yeah. And sometimes you will have to sometimes bring your own food, It's totally fine. And some people may look at you a certain way, but it's kind of like they don't have the options for you. It's okay to bring food for your own family. Now I do a lot of cast iron cooking, which I really love. So I'm like, even if I have to bring my own food to cook, I'm bringing my cast iron.
They gonna look at you anyway.
Yeah, so just do you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know why you're doing it. At the end of the day, you're still there. You're participating, and you're still there with your family. So at the end of the day, if that's all the family care about, they shouldn't have no problem with that. So, you just do that. But yeah, it's exciting, and you just got to remember why you're doing it, and you're doing it for your health, and you may look like the outcast, but again, eventually the whole family's going to have to get on board, eventually, they're trying to get their health in order. So you make that difference for you make that difference for your family, and you give them, you be that witness for them to show them like, this is helping me, move forward, in my health. So, you know what I'm saying? You be that example for them. So hopefully this episode bless you. Let's get to the Bible verse for this session. Don't forget to check out Monique Diltz, Dr. Monique Diltz website for that new ebook. All right. I'm telling you, it's going to be a blessing for your health, blessing for that blood sugar. Because, hey,
amen.
That blood sugar, we got to keep that. We got to keep that on point, okay? Yes, especially as you get older, you got to keep it on point. I'm learning that now. I got to stay on top of that. All right, so I'm encouraging you. That book is definitely going to bless you. All right, the Bible verse for this session comes from Mark 7:8-9. All right, you have let go of the commands of God and are holding on to human traditions. And he continued, you have a fine way of setting aside the commands of God in order to observe your own traditions. All right. So just because it's a tradition that we created, all right, doesn't mean it's in line with what God wants for us. So keep that in mind. No matter the tradition, always keep God in those traditions first. All right. So what would God do? How would God encourage you? And let's enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Just because God is in it doesn't mean we don't get to enjoy. Trust me, you're going to have the best time with God anyway. Okay. All right. So definitely keep that in mind. Enjoy the holiday season. All right. This is the time of year we give thanks for everything that God has been doing in our lives. And we're able to love on our families and show them the love that they desire and need. All right. So keep that in mind, and may your holiday season be a blessing. All right.
Yes. Happy holiday season. I don't know when you will hear this episode, so I can't say a specific one, but celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate Christmas, enjoy with your families. Hopefully you'll get to bring your family together and really reflect on why you're thankful this year, because there's so many things to be thankful for. If you woke up this morning, you're even listening to this episode, right, there's so much to be thankful for. God bless you, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season.
God bless.